consider yourself Latina or Hispanic?
No.
Okay. Latina.
Why?
Because I was born in the United States and my parents are both from Mexico.
Hispanic because I was born in a very Hispanic childhood.
I consider myself Hispanic because I was born in a very Mexican household and I've come from very Mexican people.
No, not even close.
Yes,
Why?
because my parents are, Hispanic and my grandparents are both from Mexico.
Hispanic. Hispanic. Hispanic.
Why?
Because my family's Hispanic, so it's kind of like, I guess, with me. My family. Because of my family's.
Yes. Why?
I consider myself Hispanic because most of my family is Mexican, I guess.
No, I'm not Latino or Hispanic.
Yes, because like part of my family, like all my family is Hispanic, and I was born in the culture, like always celebrating it.
Pues hispana,
¿Por qué?
porque pues soy de mi país, El Salvador.
Hispanic.
No.
Yeah. Okay, why?
Because I'm Mexican. Hispanic.
Why?
Because my family's Hispanic.
Do you know?
Yes,
Why?
because my grandma and grandpa are both from Puerto Rico and Panama.
I'll say Hispanic because half my family's Hispanic and I feel like I'm a part of the culture.
I don't know.
No.
Do you know when it's
I consider myself Hispanic
Why?
because most of my family comes from Mexico. My grandpa's from Mexico, and most of us speak Spanish or have learned it at least once in our life.
Do you know when?
Hispanic.
Why?
Most of my family in older days, I guess, were in Brownsville, Texas, near the border to get into Mexico, and most of my family speaks Spanish, but I never got an opportunity to learn Spanish until now.
That's a great question. Do I consider myself Latino or Hispanic? I guess I would consider myself Hispanic because, a lot of my culture have Spanish-speaking roots, but it doesn't mean they're from Latin American countries.
Do you speak any Spanish?
Un poquito.
Okay, who do you speak it with?
A bit. Mostly with mis estudiantes and, of course, Señor Garcia-Almenar.
I know a lot of Spanish and I usually speak it at my house with my family.
I know a lot of Spanish and I often just speak it sometimes with my friends or just at home most of the time.
I just speak it with my family, not at school.
Yes. A handful. Like counting to 10.
Speak it.
Yes, every day with my family and friends sometimes.
Es mi primer idioma.
¿Con quién lo habla?
I don't speak Spanish. I speak English.
Do you?
I don't.
I do.
Okay, who do you speak it with?
My parents.
Okay. We're gonna.
I try to speak it at least every day. There's some people around campus that speak mostly Spanish, and I try to interact with them. I also have some students that are mainly Spanish speakers, so English language learners. Yeah.
Spanish.
No.
I speak it with some of my family.
Okay.
I do know it and I speak it with, my family.
I speak it a little bit with my family, just for fun, just to try and act like I know it.
I do not know any Spanish.
Not much, only just so me and my mom can just have a quick chat in Spanish without my dad knowing.
I never got the opportunity to learn it, but my grandma and my mom would always speak it near me sometimes. So I picked up a few words, like how to count at an early age, but I never got into it until now.
I always say hola, señor.
Okay.
Spanish.
Uno.
Language.
Yes.
How often you speak it? With whom?
So Estoy practicando mi español en mi clase de 7. Period. Como se dice period. So I do use a lot of Duolingo as a warm-up for my kids. And so I'll do that with them. But I also practice my Spanish in real life ordering Mexican food. So like I really do. Even if they speak English, I make them practice Spanish with me, right? Because I love Mexican food.
I'm going to say a list of words and you're going to pronounce them in English. Tortillas.
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 What? Tortillas. Tortillas?
Tortillas.
Tortilla.
Tortillas.
What is that?
Just say the word.
Wait, what word?
Tortillas.
What is it?
Tortillas.
Oh!
Just say it how you would say it normally.
Tortillas.
Okay, now you.
Say the word. Tortillas.
Shut up. I'm not white.
Wait, what's the word? Tortillas.
Tortillas.
Tortilla.
Tortilla? I don't know.
Tortillas.
Oh, tortillas.
Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Tortilla. San Marcos.
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 Huh?
San Marcos.
San Marcos.
San Marcos.
San Marcos.
San Marcos. San Marcos. San Marcos.
San Marcos.
Chorizo.
Chorizo.
Okay.
Chorizo.
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 Chorizo. And
Oh, wait, what? What's the word?
Oh, chorizo.
Oh, my bad. Huh?
Chorizo.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay.
Chorizo.
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 It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Chorizo.
Now you're gonna say these words in Spanish. Hello.
Hola.
Flea market. Library. 1. How many people do you know that are Latino?
Oh, uno.
How many people do you know that are Latino or Hispanic? Give an estimate number.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I've been teaching at Chapa for 16 years. Hundreds. I've had hundreds of Hispanic students and lots of coworkers and friends.
How many of them speak Spanish?
A lot. 60%, 70%, I'm not sure.
More than 100.
How many of them speak Spanish?
A bunch.
Probably
Like
around.
the whole school.
Yeah.
How many of them speak Spanish?
Like
Most of them. Probably around 20 people.
Number.
Like 10.
How many of them speak Spanish?
Maybe 2. A lot. About like probably half speak French.
Okay. How? Most of my family and a lot of people at school, so maybe like 20 people.
A lot of my friends, so like 20.
A lot. I mean, dozens.
Yeah, back home I know, maybe 50 people.
Like 30, like most of the people I hang out with. Like 4 or 5 kids.
I just know a lot of people, and I'd say half, all right? Because I'm half Mexican, and my dad is white, so my mom had we have a lot of family members who are Hispanic, Mexican, and then the community we live in has a large population as well. So, but we're also living in former Mexico.
How important has Latino and Hispanic culture been in your life?
Man, a lot. I mean, I live in Texas, and there's just so much Hispanic, Latino culture around. I love the food. I love the music. Love it.
Very important because it allows me to relate to others who are also like Hispanic and Latino.
I mean, it's important to my family and what they've been doing it for the past few years in Mexico.
Yeah, it's very important to me because it's in my blood. It's always been with me, and it's very important towards me sometimes. What's the title?
Basically my whole life.
I think it's been really important because we have people from Laredo who come up and we all make Mexican food together, and they just tell us stories, and I think it's really interesting and fun.
Now.
Yeah, it's not too important to me, but I know it's important to a lot of my friends.
Music. Very important. My wife's Latina, so that means my in-laws are as well. I love, especially Mexican and Central American culture. I spent a couple months backpacking when I was younger, and spent about a month in Mexico. My Spanish got pretty good, and I love the food. I love the family culture. I love everything about it. I really do.
I would say it's important to the people who from back home, not so much to me, so to speak, because I didn't celebrate any. But my closest friends and extended family members, I would say that it's extremely important to them, and I can say that I'm extremely grateful for the Hispanic food that has been provided for me over my years. Very, very thankful for that.
I think really important, like the music and the culture and the family. It's really important.
Latino culture surrounds me every day, right? Students that we deal with, my friends, my cousins, my family members. So I deal with it every day. So it's an important part of our culture to understand where we're, what kind of culture lives around you, what kind of people that you can become friends with or family members with. So relating to those people and being able to talk to them in their common language or just even communicating is very important.